All right, come here, over here, it's story time. So now we're gonna have story time with Daddy before we get to nap. And this is about Molly. Molly had some crazy hair because it was her generation's thing to do, is have some crazy hair. Yes, and there's nothing wrong with crazy hair. Some of us would just like to have hair. But anyway, Molly had her best friend, who is a baby doll. And one day Molly got up and she had some major bedhead because she had slept in way too late. Come here, sit by Daddy, right here. Listen, so then she decided that she needed to learn to have an alarm clock because she was sleeping in way too late and she had never even had a job. Then one day she got the idea, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some advice from my grandma.
Mommy, and
Yes.
she built a fort.
So what happened is she built a fort because it was a make-believe house because she didn't have a house of her own. She didn't know how to pay bills, or she didn't have any sort of expenses to keep up with. There's a cat. It's a cat under the fort. So then Molly decided, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed. And I've got a big day. Listen. Then as she's heading out, she passes her grandma, who is now retired. But unfortunately, Grandma is allowing her to be a freeloader and live with her in this time of, quote, transition that's lasted way too long. Because her mom and dad are done putting up with her junk. They've already paid for her to go to college, and they're just really tired of her trying to, quote, find herself. Until one day, they're having a conversation, and Molly says, Grandma, I think I need to have the life that you have. You know, retirement, laid back, do what I want, go to work when I want. And yes, and have a cat. And have a cat. Yes, and the new freckle thing that you painted on your face like an idiot. That's right, that's cool. Because everybody knows freckles are what every grown-up wants. So then, as she's talking to Grandma, Grandma starts laughing. Yes. The cat's laughing too. And Molly says, why are you laughing, Grandma? And she says, isn't it cute that at your young age, barely out of high school and into college, yes, you, and even the cat said, you think you have it all figured out. Yes, she finds it funny. She says, you think socialism is the way to pursue life. However, you know what's funny about socialism? Socialism is always for the people. It's never for the socialist. They're allowed to have the life they want. So then, finally, Grandma picks up a mirror. And she says, look at yourself. You're a wreck. You have no motivation. You have no idea who you really are, even though you're trying to find yourself. And you have no focus on anything. Because, frankly, you weren't told to find a skill and pursue it.
And brush your hair.
And brush your hair.
And spray your hair.
Because what happens is that it's not teaching women how to be independent. It's teaching women how to be dependent on government.
Because that is a mirror.
Yes, and they need to look at themselves before they start attacking everybody else. I know, and ridiculous hair at the same time. Exactly.
And your hair is messy.
Yes, so pretty soon Molly learned that her way of thinking was wrong. And that her parents were right to kick her out of the house so that she could grow wings and grow roots at the same time.
And Mama, Papa, and Grandma.
And she needs to listen to their mama and the Bible and get back to the basics. That's right.
And to brush your hair, then you spray your hair.
And above all things, brush her hair because her hair is nasty.
Down here.
So yes. So she cut her hair, got rid of those ridiculous fake freckles. That's right. That's correct. I know. It's crazy. Well, point of the story, listen to this. No, listen. Point of the story, she understood that she could learn from the error of her ways. And she could see that the generations that have gone before, that have created the country that she gets to thrive in, and she gets to go, quote, find herself, and she gets to have college and be equal in this country, and she gets to carry a gun. How awesome is that? If she wants to.
A gun?
And she can protect herself, and she can be independent, and she can stay focused, and she can have the life that she wants to pursue that the Lord would have for her. And yet, she learns that she needs to listen to the generations before her.
And the cat tooted.
And the cat tooted. Did you toot?
Yeah, I did.
That's okay. Your toots are sweet.
No.
Do they think?
No.
But Molly learned her lesson, and now she's a gun-toting, conservative, hairdressing, independent mother of 17.
Yay! Yay!
That's right.